Photokina starts next week, and that also marks the 10 years of mirrorless cameras. Hi there, I'm Peter Forsgård, an Olympus Visionary from Helsinki, Finland. And before we start, consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell so you won't miss any videos in the future. My channel is all about me helping you to become a better photographer. Photokina starts next week and I'm going there on Tuesday, but we'll talk about that a little later. Exactly 10 years ago in Photokina 2008, Panasonic released their first mirrorless camera, the G1. And Olympus introduced or said that they are joining Panasonic on the Micro Four Thirds world and the mirrorless world, and they introduced this EP1. And this was introduced in 2008 in Photokina. They only had a wooden mock-up of this new camera series called Pen. The name came from the old film era where they had the very famous Olympus Pen cameras. And this was released in the summer of 2009. I think it was June, in the end of June or early July. I don't remember exactly. And as I said, it started a totally new revolution. It's been going on for 10 years. And now after 10 years, Canon and Nikon are also joining the mirrorless world. And to me, the thing is that it's been a little surprisingly slow change, which more or less tells me how conservative the photographic world is. Mirror was a very good invention when it was invented in the 50s, but it hasn't been any use. I don't think it's any use in digital world where you can have better solutions like the EVF, which nowadays are really great. And as I was testing this, this is a great camera still to shoot, but the only thing is that this back LCD isn't very good, and that's the biggest advantage that has gone. Of course, image quality is getting better, lenses are getting better, no more features in cameras, but I think the main reason to get a newer one than this is the ability to see better from the LCD, and of course it doesn't have the EVF like most cameras nowadays have the ability to attach a EVF on the top if you need to. Next week is going to be very busy. I have 2 video shoots on Monday, and Tuesday morning I will be flying over to Germany, to Düsseldorf from Helsinki, and then take the train to Cologne and have one day there. I have a couple of meetings there, and then there is the opening of Perspective Playground. Perspective Playground is set up by Olympus. It's a combination of visual arts, statues, installations, and then of course photography. And I was there a couple of years ago when last time they had it on during the Photokina, and I visited the Perspective Playground, and it was just, you can get an Olympus camera, borrow Olympus camera there, and then take pictures of different installations, and of course you have different lenses you can choose, and it's hard to explain, but and I will shoot a video about it in next week and release it maybe on next week's sample, but I'll get back to the next week's schedule about my videos. And this is very historical moment for Photokina also, because it's the last time it's going to be held in fall, in September. The next one is already next May 2019. Usually 2-year difference, but now, if I believe, it's going to be every spring in May, every year. And of course they've shifted the thing for it's not about cameras that much anymore. It's about imaging, the whole industry, more or less, I guess, and not only physical gear, but all the things that go around about imaging, exhibitions, I hope more. And but we'll see how it evolves. It's going to be probably a tough thing for Photokina to change drastically, as we know, as I said earlier, that photographic world is quite conservative. But we'll see what this last fall Photokina will bring, and what happens in May 2019 with Photokina. But of course the interesting things are, of course I want to go and see the new Canon and Nikon mirrorless, just to see what they look like and what kind of cameras they are. Of course, even though I shoot everything with Olympus, I'm not going to change that. That's not an option for me, because I just love Olympus cameras. But of course it's interesting, and I need to know what kind of cameras they are. And of course RGB lights are a very big thing. With the invention of really good LED panels, the whole lighting has changed, or it's gone cheaper, it's gone easier. But now when they have the RGB lights where you can control the light, with a mobile phone and set any color you want. That's gonna be very interesting, and those are things that I need to check out also. And then of course you have all the small companies from China doing incredible things, like 10 years ago they were mainly copying what others did, but nowadays they are doing very interesting products nowadays, like let's say like in the drones industry, in the DJI. And I have actually seen the Mavic Pro 2 or the Mavic Pro Zoom yet. And of course, if there's anything that you want me to report from there, please write down in the comments anything you want to see maybe for next week, which comes to the next week's program. As I said, I'm traveling on Tuesday, so it might be that I am not able to make a video on Tuesday because of the program at night at the Perspective Playground. And then on Friday I'm flying back, so that's another problem. So next week definitely there's going to be a video on Saturday. But hey, thanks for watching and bye for now.